Good night, lost souls. Welcome back to the recently deceased. My name is the Biotic Banshee, and welcome to World of Horror. This is a recently 1.0 release of World of Horror. It's been out for quite some time in early access, however, it has not gotten to the point where it had a full-fledged release, but now we are taking the time today to look at it in full. I have played a bit of this on my own time, so this will not be a completely fresh look at the game. However, I do believe I've got enough knowledge of the game to really inform everybody on whether or not it's going to be a game that they'd enjoy. So, we'll of course start by taking a look at options. Pretty minimal here. We've got audio, you've got your, if I'm correct, these are the colorings on the screen. You can change it at any time. They can be pretty off-putting at first. I definitely took me some time to get used to the art style of the game. I think it's charming now, but when I first started, it definitely kind of gave me a headache to look at after a while. We can definitely always open up to a full screen. I'm on a ultra wide screen right now, and it does cut off here at the edges. You can see there is a bit of black space. It looks like you're looking at a monitor of sorts. We have 1x1, 2x2, 2x3, full screen stretching, extra effects in different scenes, and of course another volume option. If you go in here, we've got options for skip mystery tutorials, playthrough intros, wavy effects on the screen, things like that. Anything that might, fuck up your head in case. I think a lot of people do have this, have these issues as well. Skip suitcase screen, skip the card pack screen, yada yada yada, and then of course languages. Oh shit! I didn't believe that would reset me, but that's all we were looking at anyways. In the extra section, we do have a bunch of achievements, enemies. If you've ever ran into something and wanted to check out and see, you can see I do have played since the new update, so I've got a few of them already in here. But we will try to leave a lot of that a mystery for people because this is a horror game. If you are into any of like Junji Ito's works, he's a horror manga artist, this is going to be much up your alley. It is a lot more of reading and RPG than it is action and, that sort of thing. So I don't think it's going to be a very blood-pumping game, but it's got enough to it. So we'll go through here, and we'll just... I can do 1-bit or 2-bit. I think 2-bit gives it a nice portrayal of, like, shadows and that sort of thing, so I'm going to leave that on. I actually like the color I have, so we're just going to keep moving. Now, when you make a game, you're greeted with some difficulties. You can set your combats and things like this to different difficulties if the game is being a pain for you, if the game is fucking you up bad. Now you can, right now I believe I have pretty much everything set to the default. So if you do like quick play, it'll give you randomly selected stuff. But for the most part, I'm going to keep it on death mode, last stand. So in combat, we do have to, be careful in combat because you can die in combat and it's very difficult. We can also go to like things like Skeptic, World of Horror, Initiate. These are just different difficulties, and your timeline as well can be used to see. Because, yeah, is it this one? I've never seen this, actually. This must be new. Every year, a city is visited by hundreds of tourists interested in the paranormal. I have no idea, to be honest. So if you go here, though, it'll tell you that these are... they'll always start you with a Skeptic if you do extracurricular activity. However, you can go in here and can do a complete customized playthrough. You can pick different packs, and these different packs give different things that happen during the game, all kinds of stuff. And these can be unlocked during playing. They're not all available at the beginning. I think it is pretty cool. I like the way that it lets you customize. I'm going to keep all of my things on. Now, this is your seed, essentially. So we're just going to randomize it a few times. You guys can copy that seed down if you want to experience what I'm about to. One last thing. A tall man left a suitcase for you this morning. He said you would know the password. I wonder, what could it mean? Continue. And as you open it, you're greeted with a game. This is the start. City of Shiakawa, Japan, 1980-something. Something strange is happening in our town. Now, I will say, I do apologize if I mispronounce names, because this is set in Japan, at least for the most part it is. And I'm probably going to butcher a lot of the pronunciation, and I do apologize about that. I wish I knew more about the culture to pronounce them correctly. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological process of the modern era brings comfort, but also new unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city, and in realms beyond. Alright. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you finally arrived in the doomed town. Alright. So this is a different start than our normal one. Sometimes you get one where you actually live in the city, but apparently we have just arrived. This is where we set up our backstory and this sort of thing if you're playing a custom character. You can see that there is a bunch of characters, but I do not have that many at this time, or that many backstories. So we can go through here and we can check. We can be Kiri Minami, which is 20 female. Could the ghost be following her in any way connected to all this stuff? She has more knowledge, less strength, and she starts with a random spell.
No.
We can go with Aiko Takahashi, barely surviving after a ghost drowned. Bearing the best of sorry, good lord. Barely surviving after a ghost of a drowned man kept her underwater. She is determined to solve this mystery. More dex, less knowledge. Starts the combat speed. Yakuza driver. Robbing that old abandoned manor was a mistake. With his friends dead and mutilated and eventual horror chasing him, no speed is too fast. More strength, less knowledge. Starting with cigarettes. And they all have their own things. I think what we will do, we'll start by playing... I'm not going to play a combat-heavy character. Somebody I can kind of show you what's up with the characters. So let's start with Koji Takagawa. They saw a picture that's worth 1,000 words. The government won't sweep this one under the rug. More perception, less dex, and he has his camera that he starts off with. Now, our backstory can be World of Horror, or it can be medical history. World of Horror is just default, nothing big, nothing to worry about. But if you go medical history, your brittle bones run in your family, and you've spent each summer in a cast. You start with more experience and bandages, but you automatically have an injury when you take damage. Like, you can have a chance to instantly get an injury when you get hit. Item statistic randomization. Oh, I don't know. When leveling up, the game will draw perk cards, or it will only draw generic and character exclusive ones. We'll keep it on the default, which is the ones that are only available right now. And we'll keep it on A, just to show you essentially what the game looks like by default. Our difficulty can be, let's see, Harbinger of Doom, Skeptic, Initiate, Cultist, True Believer, Harbinger. We'll keep it on Cultist. And let's do it. Classic mode. Old gods are awakening. Your only chance of survival is solving 5 different mysteries. The end of the world is at hand. We can go scenario mode, short adventures, or endless mode as well. Can you stop the old guys in this game mode? There are no mysteries to solve. Earn points by surviving an endless stream of encounters. So we're going to start with classic mode. It's my favorite one to play. It's essentially like doing an Isaac run or something like that, where you do have an end game. Okay. Now we could select an old god ourselves. This being the terrible spider god, once again awakening from its slumber. Ithatu, the devouring fire, supposedly destruction of the Library of Alexandria, a perfect black marble statue. Ashulazeth, the towering eye, and may the mad god favors astronomers and magicians, granting them its gift of power that unknowingly brings a bloated body closer to Earth. And of course, the third forsaken by God, banished by the other dimension a long time ago, Goizo has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare, teleport, and his prey straight into the reflective glass. We're going to put it on random. Oh, I can choose. I wonder... Oh, I cannot... Damn, okay. So, also, they have their own thing. The Mirror Horror increases your Doom penalties. Cosmic Gift, spells cast costing Reason, increase your Doom instead. Both your damage and your enemies' damage is increased. Or you can't run from combat. We're going to go for the Forsaken God, because why not? Alright, let's run it. So, the thing's forsaken by God. Banished by the other dimension a long time ago, Goizo has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare and teleport his prey straight into this reflective glass. The glints behind your reflections are just the beginning of a real nightmare. The old god's rule is that resting at home will raise doom. Your backstory is medical history, character exclusive perks will only be available. Alright, so this is essentially how we play the game. On the right we have our stamina and reason. This is essentially your 2 health bars. your mind, and your body. You have your different stats as in any RPG: strength, dex, perception, knowledge, charisma, and funds. We also have our discharge ceremony here, which we can actually get rid of for 20 XP, because that's just part of our background. The lighthouse is our ultimate endgame. We want to get access to the lighthouse and destroy the offering that is in there in order to stop the god from approaching. But to do so, we need to find our 5 keys here: A, B, C, D, E. This is our doom track. If this reaches 100%, we lose. This is our ammo. I don't remember. Oh, that's cigarettes. That's right. In order to, these essentially are used to get your reason back if you want to. So we will just start off by going back to our home. There's nothing in our mailbox. It's empty. All right. Back in your home, you think of your next move. You are currently not currently investigating any weird mystery. Recent newspaper clippings and notes collected in the next room should point you in the right direction. All right. We can go in here, and we do see that we have a camera inside of our cabinets that we keep. This gives us 1 knowledge. Flash combat adds a chance to dodge the next incoming attack. It's sturdy. We have a medical kit, 2 bandages. You can heal 1 major injury while keeping this item in your inventory. Or our empty bottle. It can be used to store liquids. So, after getting our things from the place, we will just go ahead and go in here, and we'll start ourselves a new mystery. Inexplicable and morbid events have been seen playing in your town for a long time. You've marked 5 of them down, hoping that there's something connecting them. You can tackle these 5 mysteries in any order you want, but beware, your decisions will haunt you and influence yet unsolved mysteries. So yes, the order does not really matter, but if you're experienced enough, so you see I've done a couple of these, I've gotten a couple of the endings. If you had done these with different perks or different orders, you can find the other endings to these, which makes them really worth the replay, because different characters could get something you never even had, or can give you different items and different things like that. We'll start with the macabre memoir of morbid mermaids. All right. The janitor was obsessed with mermaids. He's collected every scrap of the legend about them in the school basement. Now his mind is snapped. He's decided it's time to take one of those as his own, using unfortunate students' bodies as materials. Investigate the mystery. All right. So, this is how you investigate, essentially. There's one thing everyone at the school is talking about. Another girl from your area has gone missing. Could there be anything connecting all these missing people? I should investigate downtown next. So, here's the different places that you can go in town. And if you ever want to, you can come over here to the side and see their different effects. For this one, of course, going to the hospital will make you take Doom, but you'll be able to heal your injuries by doing so. Now, going around these, we don't really have any reason to investigate these places except for these 2 things. Investigate the seaside location twice to complete this quest. This quest is separate from the main investigation, but doing it could provide us with additional materials that we would need. So weapons, armor, trinkets, that sort of thing. Or we could go and do this, which actually the circle place will actually advance the story. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to make sure we actually do all of these seaside things. So we're going to go ahead and go and investigate the seaside. We are investigating the cliff. Let's see. These are your encounters. They could be combat, or they could not be combat. They could be essentially what is a stat check. But you have to kind of figure out what is the stat that it's asking you for, what stat's going to be used, that sort of thing. So the cliffside ritual says the ocean is hungry. You're stopped by a person with a knife. They look incredibly sad. It wants me, but I'm afraid I'm too much of a coward to do it myself. Can you help me? Talk them out of it, or let them kill themselves. Or if we had fast hands, we'd have a third option, and still. Our charisma is okay, so I'm going to try and stop them. Talk them out of it. I failed the charisma check, which sucks, but so we lose 2 reason instead. And that resolves. That's all it is. So we did one of the 2. I'm going to go back to the seaside again, see if we can't figure out... Ooh, let's see. You've reached a spot where you and your interviewee agreed to meet, and sure enough, she's waiting for you there. She looks nervous about more than just being alone with you. You're certain she knows something about what happened in that recent missing persons incident. You can act friendly, or we can try to intimidate them. I think intimidating might actually be better. Strength check. Oh my god, I actually had a 7 strength. That is so unfortunate. You puff out your chest and try your best to seem tough, but she's clearly not impressed. She doesn't give you any good answers, and the interview is a waste of time. For some reason, these scare tactics rarely work for you. Plus 2 Doom. So you see we're already up to 4 strength Doom. Wow! And by doing this, I got a -1 reason. So wow, that is actually a waste of time. But That is sort of the thing that you play with this game. It's more knowledge than it is about rushing through the game. Now that I know that I've kind of performed poorly on the first one, I probably should have just said no and just gone and done the main mission and see if I can get a different quest later on. While you walk through the crowded space, someone bumps into you and quickly apologizes. Realize what's happening. Oh, my perception check was high enough? They stole your wallet. You quickly grab their arm and they drop it before disappearing into a cloud. That gives us 5 XP. If this ever reaches 100, we can level up and gain a perk, as well as increase our statistics, so that we have a better chance later on. Asking around the neighborhood got you some results. It seems all the girls attended the same school. Let's go investigate the school then. Alright. In the schoolyard, we see you catch a glimpse of an art class. One disturbing painting draws your attention. If I had art knowledge, which you can gain from other events, I could have something here, or take a peek, horrified. You gasp in pure horror. Your twisted faces, impossible angles, and enormous monoliths make you sick. -2 stamina. Now this is going to happen. It's going to wear on your character. And that's fine because we have ways of recovering. And it's essentially pacing the character and trying to figure out how hard you can go with the mystery without getting lost yourself. Is essentially what the game is about. This door shouldn't be here. It shouldn't lead anywhere. More importantly, it shouldn't pull you in. Oh goodness. Now, these aren't always bad. Doors like these, or any event like this, where it seems mysterious, isn't always bad at first glance. You could actually enter this and be fine. I don't know if I have the ability to resist this. I'll try, though. You force yourself to leave the mysterious door behind. No, less stamina. Jeez, okay. I am getting messed up. Okay, we did find the morbid school. As well, though, just so everybody knows, if you look around here, you can see the slider. Essentially, this slider is how the threat level of each area is, and this will tell you how hard encounters will be here. So if you do get a quest and it's coming to a place with a high threat level, it may be reasonable to just leave it and not bother. But most of the places we've gone to so far have been safe, so we're going to continue heading that way. We got -1 reason and stamina. A nauseating stench stops you. Someone has scattered rotting flesh guts everywhere and hung up countless fish heads. You cover your mouth as you slowly retreat. A vast flock of seagulls outside viciously attack the windows. Bummer, okay. Someone has marked a path leading from the sea directly to the school building. Okay, downtown. Whoever the kidnapper may be, they seem to be really obsessed with mermaids. Inside the science lab, you find a plan of the town's sewer system. So I guess that's why we're going downtown to find the sewers. Oh. Okay, so this is the beginning of combat. Usually you get something like this right before a combat scenario. Hearing footsteps, you turn around. Behind you stands a pretty woman in a sweater. Natural beauty, yes. This is exactly what I need. You shudder, seeing the woman reaching into her pocket and producing a nasty-looking knife. Pretty face. Mind if I borrow it? And we have an aspiring model, who is a woman wearing somebody else's face. Now, combat works a little weird. We have a couple of different options when participating. So we don't have a weapon, which means we don't have options of the weapon attacks, but we do have options of kicking, as well as preparing. These have a chance to hit, of course, 80% for 2 damage, and it takes us 55 times. This is our time track. You can only queue up as many as there is in the time, essentially. We can also look at our support actions, and this is like looking for a weapon, assessing the situation, that sort of thing. I am going to start off by looking for a weapon because we don't have one, which may seem dumb, but we really kind of need one. We can also meditate, which is to regain reason, but at the cost of our stamina, and running away will get us out of here, but increase the doom. Essentially what we are going to do, you can also do this. This is tough. So you can do claps and bows. It's a 5-hit sequence of clap, clap, bow, clap, or, whatever. But if you get it right, you instantly win the fight. You'll know it, and you will be able to pass it without any issue. If you are incorrect and try this, it will give you a hint telling you how many of these were correct, but they essentially will not tell you what order they're supposed to be in. They will only tell you if some of them are wrong or right, and you have to kind of figure it out from there. We're just going to fight this, though. I'm going to just take this time to hit them and launch that. We did find a broken bottle, and we punched them. However, they attacked us, and we lost 2 of our HP. Okay, no problem. I will go ahead and, throw this weapon on. The broken bottle gives us 3 damage instead of 2. It has a speed of 90. Chance to hit 70%. So we can now... I'm actually probably going to do one of each. That way we take up more of the time track each time. Missed, but we hit with the other thing. This enemy seems to be weak to this type of weapon, so we got even more damage on them. They're down to 11 HP, but we are down to 6 as that hit for 5. That hurts a lot. We may end up running here if I get too low, but we'll try. Missing and missing. Okay, this is really bad, so I think I am just going to take the run. We are being very unfortunate. Or this has just been very unfortunate. We have not been getting very lucky at all. Where is my leave? There it is. Run, please. Okay, yep. I got away. However, I am not looking great at all. We should go home. Where is our home again? I can't remember. I know we have one here. You're already here. That's... Is it downtown? Shop for items? No. Rest? Here it is. This is our house. We're going to go back at home and rest, because that's the only option that we have. Doing so gives us +2 of each of our stats, but gives us 5% more doom. I think we kind of need that if we're going to continue to go in here. So let me go back and investigate again. When you enter the Metro car, you notice an oddly shaped package on the seat opposite to you. It's marked with your name. You reach for it, but hesitate, an icy feeling settling into the pit of your stomach. Okay, let's examine it. You make a dexterity check success, which is my lowest stat, by the way. That's no problem. As soon as you pick up the package, you realize what you're holding and drop it in horror. I don't know. I guess maybe it was a head? That's all it... it's just a bloody package. Okay. You compare the sewer plan with the school map, and it suddenly dawns on you. School basement. That must be where the place where the kidnapper is. Keeping the missing swimmers. Alright, we'll go back and investigate the schoolyard. We're going to the library, it looks like. You try to avoid the mirrors, afraid of what could be. -1 reason. That's fine. We have a lot more reason than anything else. Okay, so this is going to be essentially our finale. This is the end of it. End of this mystery. And it's usually going to be some kind of conclusion to what's going on. And pointing us more directly towards the big bad. There's no turning back now. God, let's hope she's alright. Investigate the morbid school. You bust through the door to the janitorial closet, but it's already too late. The latest missing girl is lying on a dirty mattress, her upper torso at least. A tail of a fish has been crudely sewn in place of her legs. She's too weak and died. You hear the mad janitor say. He looks you up and down. Maybe you'll do. Prepare yourself. So I have to fight the janitor, apparently. Not giving up after your previous failure, the obsessed janitor has found another body to experiment on. You. I don't know if we can fight this. We may have to try to run, because I am way too weak. Oh, I cannot run from this encounter. Rut road, Draggy. This might suck big time. Do I have enough room? I could do both of these, but I just don't know if it's worth it. Oh, we're gonna get messed up, I think. Sadly, it's just the way that it goes sometimes. Oh my god. He struck me, but I didn't take that much damage, thankfully. I'm going to keep doing this way, because I can guarantee at least one hit each time. Oh god. I'm going to die soon. Exposed ribs. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, this is really bad. Topple a lamp. This is a story action. A spark from those should set flammable cleaning fluids on fire. Okay, let's try it. Burn it all down. Okay, that worked. I got a burn, but I got out of there without too much issue. Escape. Suddenly, the mutilated girl moans quietly and twitches. The fishtail causes a lamp to fall and break, igniting the chemicals. The mad janitor catches fire and starts screaming terribly. You try to avoid him as he thrashes around the room, setting everything on fire. Thick smoke and the smell of burning flesh makes you feel weak. And there you go. That's the end of the first one. You're rescued by the firemen trying to contain the fire. No trace of the mad janitor is found, and no one believes your story, but you will sleep a bit better at night knowing that the other students are safe. This is ending C of all the ones that we could have gotten. I'm guessing we could have tried the manhole cover as well and gotten a different one, but we'll see. School fire is a new town status. Knowledge is key. That's 30 more experience. We got 15 more experience from a thorough investigation. And there's still hope. That's less doom for us, and the day has passed. The old god stirs, so we get a new effect from the god. So the school was burned down, and there is no more radio signal, which means we can't make calls if I'm correct. I haven't been able to do so yet because I don't know anything. know any of the things, but you can make calls that I'm certain can do things. So we take a key, and we see that we've got A out of B, C, and D out of the 5 that we need. So, and essentially, this is the gameplay loop. We have to try to take care of ourselves between this, so we're going to take a bath. I need to check and see. I really need the stamina gain, so I'm going to put on extra hot, which gives us 2 stamina to work with. And you can see that we are now disfigured from our fight as we have gotten pretty messed up. However, we can fix one of our minor injuries, I believe, right? I thought we could. You can heal 1 major injury while keeping this item in the inventory. Am I tripping? Why do I not have the option here? Oh, here it is. There it is. Treat this wind. There we go. So our stamina finally got increased again. And this minor injury is sadly just going to have to be what it is. I can't really help that. Let's go back in here and pick ourselves another mystery. Death cheated. Pervert was the one we got on there. Freaky feature of a found footage. And Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Let's go to the Fear Festival. Why not? Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Your aunt has sent you a letter inviting you to the curious sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree you need a break from all the stress. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst thing that could happen, you ask yourself as you board the bus? Investigate. Today's goal is to explore the weird village. So this is actually one of the things that takes place outside of the city. These can pop up and take you to a different location that has its entirely own new place to explore. This is awesome. I really enjoy these ones as well. It breaks up just a monotonous, clicking and investigating on places you've already been. It's really fucking cool. I'm probably going to show off this one, and we'll see if I can do any more before the episode ends. But I think that this will give a good look out of what the game really has to offer. Today, we're just trying to explore the weird village. That's all it's about. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle the situation anymore, this janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a breath before looking around. It's a small village, and the nearby fields are surrounded by a thick forest. Someone is waiting for you? A fat man wearing dusty overalls approaches you. It's the inn owner, who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands, which are deformed. They resemble claws more than hands. Okay, let's continue. So, you can see here, we have a different map entirely. And this allows us to just visit different places. This will advance our clock by exploring the village. Your group arrived. Unpacking the inn gives you some more time to explore. The festival begins this evening. To progress this mystery, choose the actions that will advance the clock. We can go here to check on the inn, which is a free action. Your inn's room is dusty and hasn't seen any visitors in years. You wonder if anyone's cleaned it since the last festival 27 years ago, and there's a folder available of activities lying on the ground. Onsen does sound good, but so does relaxing. Let's go to the onsen. There's 2 more stamina, thank God, because we really need some stamina. Do we have anything else that's a problem here? Can we continue to just keep going back? Wait, this seems ridiculous. Can I just keep... Oh, it is progressing our doom. It's not... It didn't say anything, but it is. Okay, hang on. So we got a level. These are 3 perks that we can pick from. We have Art Knowledge, which you saw could have been used earlier. It gives us more Perception. Leadership, which is more Charisma, which I think I probably will take. And bonus XP for completing. I think we're going to take this, and I will go ahead and put another point into my Perception. Continue. There we go. And you can see we've boosted our stats. I'm kind of just letting Dex be a dump stat. Let's go ahead and explore the forest. Or explore the city, sorry. As you walk through, the village crops waver in the breeze, following your every movement. -2 reason. That's fine. Weird sounds coming forward keep you up at night. What could it all mean? Let's go see. Let's go see. What is in the forest? Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who they trust anymore. We have a curse. We're now suicidal. Oh, Jesus. It's a mental curse. Chance of losing stamina each time that you lose reason. That's kind of brutal. We're on day 2 at night now. Let's enjoy the festival a bit. There's still some time before the festival starts. The locals are seemingly busy setting up stands and decorating. You already can't shake the feeling something's wrong. It's getting late. Why don't we just enjoy the festival, man? -1 reason. You break into a cold sweat when you see the street vendor's twisted, grimacing face. Great! Awesome. Today's goal is who the fuck knows. Go back into the inn. You overhear 2 masked villagers are talking about something awakening at the next dawn. Wonder what's up with that. I'm not safe here. You wonder what's up with that? You decided to block the entrance to your room with a nightstand. The festival is ending tomorrow. You can't be too careful. Yeah, I think that's fair. Fuck it. Let's explore the village. Going to the shrine. You stand in the middle of a field frozen in terror. A rip in our reality shows a horrible future of our planet. Seeing the familiar figure looking back at you, you can't help but wonder if it's our world or that's just an illusion. Oh, God. Question my sanity, please. Curse! God damn it. You fall on your knees, dry heaving. Nothing will ever be the same. Hunger. Mental curse again. -1 charisma. They look tasty. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, God. Why don't we try to enjoy the festival again? There. Would you like to test your luck at this fine game? Get a ticket. You see one funds, and it's a failure on our luck. That's okay. Alright, let's go to the festival one more time. Is that blood? Where is everybody? Today's goal is to find the missing people. A trail of blood and sickly smelling sludge leads to the outskirts of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. Let's rest at camp, because, oh my God, we're about to get bodied. And we'll go explore. Let's see. You have a feeling that you're being watched, and when you hear a branch snapping, you quickly turn around. There is someone standing in the trees, just a few meters away. I don't have a lot of decks. Let's just confront them. Luck. It's just a creepy scarecrow. Relieved, you decide to leave the area. Nice, more experience. We'll take it. Let's go back again. Abandoned hut. In the forest, you hear faint whimpering in the distance. When you find it, you discover a wild dog caught by its hind leg in a bear trap. The dog growls menacingly when you get closer. Help him. Luck is success. You free the injured animal, and now you have an ally. Nice. So allies, if we actually look over here, we have a attack dog. He gives us 1 extra damage on our attacks. That's all he does. He's a good boy. Now, however, there are attacks that enemies can do that can kill our followers. So as adorable as he is, I'm worried. A woman bumps into you as she runs from a beauty parlor. Before you can say anything, you notice her face. She's carved out her own eyes. If I can't see it, she cries. It can't see me, right? You shudder, seeing a faint vision of Goizo reflected in the beauty parlor's mirrors. Less stamina. Bummer. Alright, one more. Before the sunrise. Her face shimmers beneath the surface with a splashing sound. Something emerges from the murky depths. Leech Girl! Oh, great. That's hot. That's awesome. I love that. Let's guarantee these hits. And I think I can just fight my way through. She's not that strong. Yeah, she doesn't seem that bad. I'll just see if we can get through it. Oh, fuck, I missed. Okay, no problem. This is the end of it. Nice. We get 10 XP for killing. There is a point to killing. Like, there's a point to actually fighting these. They're not just useless. They actually do give you more XP, which can be used to level up more times in a run. The sun is slowly rising as you get closer to the abandoned industrial building. Cautiously entering the factory, you can't help but notice the forest has become silent today. You're not the only one trying to stop the ritual and save your friends. Special forces have raided the occult hideout, arresting the suspects. Led outside, the handcuffed cult leader suddenly stops. "You're too late," they say in a raspy voice. "Our Lord is set free once more." Far out fable of a fear festival. Ending B. We are at -1 stamina now, so we are fucked up again. Later that day after interrogation, the detectives let you go free. Festival guests are still missing to this day. You board the old bus, wondering what exactly happened out there. Ritual. The being wants more. Knowledge is key. More experience, less doom. One more day passes. We get another effect. Roads leading out of town have now been closed, so this one costs us more doom to go to the village, mansion, and forest, because they're outside of the town, technically. We can go back here and get our second key. Take ourselves a bath, which I believe is going to be spent on stamina. Yep. And that's where I'm going to leave it. So, as far as we are all concerned, this is a really fun game. I've really enjoyed this game a lot. There is a bunch to find out. I'll let you see that there is a lot more that I have showed you. But I don't want to spoil everything because I think a lot of this game is made to be explored on your own and experienced firsthand. I highly recommend picking it up. Right now, let me just check real quick. I believe this game is being sold on Steam for right around, let's see, let me just check right quick. Right now, price is discounted, 25% off until November 2nd. Looks like it's $15 right now. $20 is the full asking price, and I think it's well worth it. With the amount of replayability that you can get out of this game, I think it is very, very worth it. Perhaps you can do better than I have. Trying to show it off, I have gotten my ass beat, but you can see, though, that even while struggling as I have, I've still managed to get 2 out of the 5 keys, and I still have options to continue to keep myself going. It's just a matter of knowing what you're doing. So, this has been The Recently Deceased. On the slab today was The World of Horror. If you have not subscribed, please do. We very much appreciate it. I will catch you guys next time. Of course, guys, take it easy.